Hello and how is it going, everybody? It is episode 13 of the Gaming InSight podcast. You know who we are. It is I, Skullzi, King Fan Man, and Joey Caps. We're not going to introduce ourselves this time. We're changing things. We're picking up on that. But yeah, we are here. We took a week off for the holiday. That way we can eat a bunch of skooma stuffed turkey. It was a fun time, or maybe it wasn't. Depends how much stuffing you had, I guess.
Yeah.
Or skooma.
Or skooma, or both. But speaking of needing skooma, there has been so much crap going on with Bethesda lately. Some of it interesting. I mean, maybe some of it's good. I don't know. It depends how you look at it. But more drama.
Are we
just in
really
different
going to
ways.
talk about Bethesda? I thought we was going to talk about Pokemon or something.
Pokemon?
Yeah, Pokemon, guys!
About the Ryan Reynolds Pikachu movie? Or Deadpool becomes Pikachu because he's bored. I mean, technically he could do that. Can't he? He can't transform. I don't know. Anyway, back to Bethesda. So, where do we want to start with this nonsense? Fallout 76 is doing something wrong, and it's not even related to the actual game this time. It's the Collector's Edition. For those of you who spent $200 on the Collector's Edition, I wish I was one of you because I want the Power Armor helmet. I guess you're supposed to get a canvas bag or a tote bag to carry the helmet around in. This bag was, canvas, so it was probably around $20 to $30 in value if I had to guess, and instead you got this like nylon, like the bag they give you at the grocery store when they're annoyed with you for asking for something other than plastic and paper. It's like one of those really thin bags.
No, it's not quite that bad. Joe,
Is it?
you got the Power Armor edition, didn't you?
Yeah, I got it. Listen.
Did you get the nylon bag or the canvas bag?
Whatever it came with. The nylon bag.
Yeah, I got the nylon bag as well.
It's pathetic because it's like, okay, you have this bag where you could carry around the Power Armor helmet. I don't know about you guys or you, King Fan Man, but my Power Armor helmet is sitting on my shelf right now, and the bag is somewhere else in my room. I don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
It's so insignificant to the Collector's Edition. It's mind-boggling. You're just trying to pick. People are trying to pick at something, Okay, Bethesda did not answer. The customer service rep, whoever that is, he should be fired, or maybe not fired, but he did not answer that person's question very well. He did not accommodate the customer, so that was wrong with how he approached it, he or she. But to be upset that the bag is nylon, all right, false advertisement, you're just picking at something. You're not going to use the bag anyway. What are you going to use it for? For show? You're not going to go out on the street with your Power Armor helmet unless you're a freak. And I'm sorry, but unless you're some weirdo who's going to go out on the street with your Power Armor helmet and scare some old people. I mean, my God, what are you thinking of doing with this bag that you're so upset that it's not a canvas bag? I was a little disappointed, to be honest, because I was like, okay, it's a bit thin, but I got over it after 5 minutes.
That was my exact reaction. I was a little disappointed, but people getting outraged over it, that's ridiculous.
It's insane. It's so stupid.
But let me say right off the bat, Bethesda's handling of this is awful.
It's
awful, and
excuse my French, is piss poor.
Yeah, I'm not defending Bethesda at all because my word, they're not helping themselves. And then to offer 500 atoms, oh my word!
Yeah.
$5, yeah.
Whoever did that might need to be fired. That was ridiculous.
Whoever thought Todd Howard.
Well, if that was Pete Hines,
you're fired.
What if Todd Howard was forced to make Fallout? I know this isn't true, but what if he was forced to make Fallout 76 and he didn't want to, and his dream project Starfield got postponed because of it, so he got jaded. And jaded Todd Howard said, "Screw this! I'm gonna sabotage Fallout 76, and then when a truck of canvas shows up, I'm blowing it up." Hell no, no. No, I'm joking.
They have to know the scrutiny that they're under right now.
For
they
sure.
have
what are they doing?
to. I mean, but let's face it. No matter what they would have done, it wouldn't have been good enough.
Yeah,
people would have not accepted it. But Bethesda is not helping themselves at all.
Exactly.
Exactly. The customer service was trash. But the thing is, it kind of goes two ways. Yes, I would agree that if I spent however much money, because I was excited for some reason, I had a bag fetish, I don't know, I really like this bag, and I was super excited for this bag, and then I didn't check on the website again, because the website did eventually change to say the bag was nylon, I believe, but I never checked it again because I bought it already a long time ago, and then I did get not the thing I wanted, and I would have gotten upset. But normally, I don't think people would have went this crazy. I think this is just the fire was already burning, so they dropped more gasoline on it and it blew up again. That's what I think exactly. This is what's happening, and this happens almost with every single collector's edition of almost every game. If you go back and look up this kind of thing, this happens, it seems, with every single collector's edition. In fact, I got the Dragon Age Inquisition one, and not only was I missing stuff, but every single one of the figurines I got wasn't the metal it was supposed to be. It was made out of some kind of 3D printed stuff that was all broken, and I didn't go nuts and start. I was upset for like a day. You know?
But Skullzi, you know, from the beginning, I mean, from before the beginning, people have been looking at Fallout 76, looking for things to be mad at.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they've been
The fire was
trying to
burning.
get mad at this. It's been
for sure.
It's been unlike anything I've ever seen in gaming.
They're like making such a strong effort to hate anything about 76. If you're buying a collector's edition just for the damn bag, go to Sears or go to JCPenney, buy yourself a bag if you need one. Don't go on Bethesda.net and expect you to get some fantastic bag. I got a really cool power armor helmet. I got a really cool power armor helmet. What else? A cool looking poster with a bunch of figures. I love them. It's like, and you got the game.
Joe, I
would
would
the Fallout 76 Cabot special bag.
Why are
Joe, I would
if you're
dare
buying,
say.
if you're buying, but King, hold on, I'm sorry. If you're buying a game for a bag, you're just shopping wrong. You're doing something wrong.
But I would dare say that most of the anger over this bag is coming from people that didn't even buy the collector's edition. Because you've got two people right here that have the collector's edition that's not upset about it.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. Very true. I mean, it's just nitpicking. You're just nitpicking. Like I said earlier, I don't think people are just complaining about the bugs, and if you look at New Vegas, it was unplayable on the PS3. Absolutely unplayable. And it's the best game of all time. What are you guys trying to accomplish here by hating on this game? Okay, did I run into some issues, or have I? Yes, I have. Is it a perfect game? No, it's not. Am I having fun? Yes, I am. So, I mean, come on. Is it a 10? No, it's not a 10. It's not a 9. It's not an 8. Maybe it's a 7. Maybe a 6.5. But it's not a 3. It's not a 2. Calm down. Everybody, please. And my gosh, I'm sorry, guys, that I'm going off. You guys talk. I'm just upset. It's
You're
upsetting.
fine. I got a little upset too because it led to the news of Elder Scrolls Blades being delayed, which I think it's two reasons. One is definitely related to the drama, because releasing a game like that during this storm would just be nuts. And two, I think there's been technical issues because it's, for some reason, it's been taking on and off the Android App Store over and over again, and now it's up there, but you can't view it or download it if you have less than 3 gigs of RAM, I guess, is what people are saying. It seems to not work for everyone. Some people can see it even if they do have less than 3 gigs. But either way, there's something going on with Blades, and they delayed it, so there's technical issues as well as all this drama. So it did have an effect. It delayed.
Somebody at Bethesda is smart enough to see no matter what they do right now, it's going to be wrong. So Blades could be absolutely perfect, and it would be hated on. I mean, you know, somebody's smart enough to see that right now. Bethesda just needs to hush and not do anything for a while.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the situation they're in.
And let the hate die down.
You know, I wonder if you know, I've been saying that Starfield will come out in 2019 or 2020. I wonder if now, if it was meant for 2019, if it's going to get pushed to 2020 because of all this drama. Seems like Bethesda's going to tread very carefully now, because no matter what they do, there's going to be hostility towards them. They could not do anything and people yell at them, "Why aren't you doing anything?" They're probably like a shocked little kid right now. I mean,
So, quick question, guys. I don't know if you guys know. I know a tiny bit about modding, but not a lot. So educate me if you guys will. When it comes to, let's say, Bethesda themselves, remastering Fallout 3, how long, being that everything, like, you know, all the story, obviously everything else is already all done, how long do you think it would take them to remaster a game like that? Because in my opinion, I feel that in a panicky sort of way, that Bethesda could definitely remaster Fallout 3 or even New Vegas after all of this, because it's something that they could get done, I guess, quicker than doing a new game, being that they don't have to think of anything storyline related, and that they just have to make it in the Fallout 4 engine. That's essentially really all they have to do. I mean, I know it's not all they have to do, because like I'm making it sound like it's so easy, but at the end of the day, a company like them, how long do you think it could take them if one studio did it, let's say? How long do you think it would take them to remaster a game?
You know, their games are so large. I would say, I'd like to say just about a year, but I would say up to 2 years.
Really?
Okay. I was going to say just over a year as well. But
because
right
like
along, go ahead.
Because like all these modders seem to do it fairly, you know, quick. Like if you saw how Fallout they made Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, it looked fantastic. So it seemed like it was done like by GNR and stuff, and it was done fairly quick, I feel. Maybe I'm going crazy right now.
Well,
but,
except for you look at things like Sky Oblivion and things like that, they've been working on those for years.
Yeah.
And
But imagine if Bethesda did it and they focused on that one
But this is the thing, Joe. If they did that, you know what people would say.
I was
Here they
about to
are
say
again.
that.
it's just yeah, they're
cash
damned
cows.
Cash cow. Yep.
they damned if they do, they damned if they don't. It's a damn shame.
Whatever
really
they
is.
do right now, they're going to get hate.
That's
It's
why I
it's
think
a
they're
shame.
stepping back. And,
They have
you know,
to.
that's what happened. That's
Yeah.
People are going to say this is some kind of victory, which it might be, because, yes, I guess there is the silver lining that Bethesda is going to go in adrenaline mode and pay extra attention to things now, so there will be benefits from that. But who knows exactly how throwing them off their original track, how much harm that's going to cause, or even the community. I mean, they delayed the first Elder Scrolls content we are getting from Bethesda Game Studios in 7 years. Because they had to keep running their mouths. Like I said in my video today, I get it. There are issues with Fallout 76. There are some crazy bugs, and you know, we can't defend the bugs, and we can't defend the crazy crap that Bethesda's choosing to do in terms of their refunds and customer service.
Yeah.
That's crappy of them. That sucks. They do suck for doing that. But the thing is, people are taking this fire that's burning, taking words that Todd Howard said and twisting them into saying that the creation engine is going to be used for Elder Scrolls 6, that the game engine will not change. His exact words were that we like the game. Well, before he even said this, his previous statement was they changed a lot from Fallout 4 to Fallout 76. It has a new rendering system, a new lighting system, and Starfield will have even more changes, and Elder Scrolls 6 even more. We like our world editor. It allows us to create worlds in a unique way that we do them, and we're probably going to continue to use our world editor. So that whole statement people took as we're going to use the same engine forever. Did you not hear the first part, first of all? And the second part, the world editor, for those that
That's
I
the
don't
only
want to say
thing that's
something
the
really
same.
mean.
Yeah.
For those who put more than one intelligent point into their Fallout 4 character, they'll understand that the world editor is one very small piece of a game engine, just like animations are, just like everything in the game is. The world editor isn't the entire game engine. And like I've shown in previous videos, their game engine isn't really a game engine. It's more like a consistently changing modulated thing. It's all these different parts that consistently can be taken out, upgraded, and put back in. It's kind of like a synth. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to explain. It's a very unique situation. So there is the room for misinformation a lot. But the
Yes.
fact that this misinformation has been so successful in causing this much drama is just annoying as hell. And that people are aware of this, and that they keep going. They just keep going. Are people bored right now? Is it cold outside and everyone's bored? I don't know what's going on, but I hope it passes.
They just like to hate on something. It's like this. It's like with Red Dead, people say, it's 10 out of 10, great game. And it was postponed, I think, up to a year and a half. And if they did, people are saying, oh, maybe Bethesda should have done this with Fallout, with 76. Are you out of your mind? If they did that, you guys would be attacking them for that. No matter what. It doesn't matter what Bethesda, what they, they, like we said, they're damned if they do, they're damned if they, like, it doesn't matter. You people are going to pick on it regardless. It doesn't matter. It's like people, I know I wanted an online Fallout game and we got it. Maybe I'm the one to blame.
It's
Who
your
knows?
fault.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows? Might as well be. But it's like, what makes you think that the concept of playing Fallout with a friend wouldn't be fun? So of course they're gonna try it. I don't know.
I remember people saying that would be awesome back when Fallout 3 was around, or Fallout 4. And in fact, I think we mentioned this in a previous podcast. I think like 5 or 6 years ago, maybe it was like 4 years ago actually, there was a rumor going around that the reason Elder Scrolls 6 wouldn't take place until 2024 or 2025, or be released, until 2024 or 2025, is because they're working on a new game engine. And everyone freaked out and said, no, we want Elder Scrolls 6. Don't waste time on a whole new engine, just give us Elder Scrolls 6. And now it's the opposite again, because people, like you said, have to be fed their daily dose of dramatic bullshit, otherwise they're wither away, I guess. I don't understand it. I just hope people wake up, I guess.
There's another strange phenomenon with this hate as well. I've talked to a couple of people the last couple of days and they would be classified as haters because they, and I'm not talking bad, but they constantly are negative about it. That's what I mean about a hater. They're constantly negative about Fallout 76. But yet the one guy is putting out constant videos about the game in a negative light, but yet he says he's still playing the game and he's almost a level 100 in the game, but all he does is spout out negative things about the game. Well, that doesn't make sense to me. The other guy is almost the same thing. He stays on Twitter all the time telling people how terrible the game is, and he is also almost a level 100 in the game, plays it, and he's in 3 Fallout groups on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
What a joke. It's almost like this. Like, why would you want to hang out with somebody that you hate? You wouldn't. It's like, if you really hated this game, you would not be level 100. I'm level 21, and I love this game.
That's all they're doing is playing it. That's all they're doing is playing it and talking about it, but yet they hate it.
Oh, the hate and the drama is profitable for sure. I remember some of my best videos are talking about how I was getting copyright struck. And how and that's not even like hate, that's more like just drama. So combine drama and hate and you get some kind of alchemical reaction that paralyzes and reduces health by 100 every second for 5 hours. Man, this is Drama Town and I'm tired of Drama Town! Ugh! This makes me want to go look up this Pokemon game that you were talking about.
It's true. I'll do a tips video on Fallout 76, just a few hundreds views. I'll do one, and I don't try to do drama at all on my channel, but I'll do one about defending Fallout 76, and I mean it'll go in the thousands, because it's drama, and I try to stay away from the drama.
I just love how I can link someone in an argument on Twitter arguing about the game engine. Oh, they're using the same game engine since 1994, and I'll link them a video where I show actual recorded evidence from a public accessible area that you can look to not only disprove that, but also prove a whole bunch of stuff about their engine, and they don't watch the video, instead they comment back to continue to argue.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? What is going on? It's like, you think with the age of the internet, it's like imagining a future where you can plug a form of knowledge or some type of network into someone's head to where they can have access to consistent, correct information. That's essentially what's going on now. The internet is a very early form of this type of thing, but instead of knowledge and all this like consistent, correct information, people somehow are stupider now.
Yeah.
Well,
what does that mean?
And, you know, to your point, it should be, well, that's correct, and that ends the argument. And to my point, almost the same thing. If these people don't like the game, move on to another game. That's
Exactly.
what, you know, there's a lot of games out there that I don't talk about anymore because I don't like them.
Yeah.
But these people seem obsessed with Fallout 76 and making sure everybody thinks the way they do about it. And if they hear anybody liking it, oh, they're going to lambast them. Well, why do I have to feel like you do about the game?
I will say
mean-
this: Zarek tries to take a realistic viewpoint. He's balanced. He'll say things are bad, but then he'll talk about the good that can come. So I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted people to know that we're not just trying to be mouthpieces. There is a lot of just hate that is only out there for pure clickbait profit ability. Like, there are people out there that are trying to give a good talk about things. But, anyway, I just always feel like no matter what we say, we're gonna get judged for it.
No matter what. A complete side note, guys, is peanuts. Why isn't that a food in Fallout?
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yes, peanuts are supposed to be really strong to.
I'm eating peanuts right now. Honey roasted peanuts. Fantastic. How come it's not in Fallout?
I was about to ask where you come up with this stuff.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was resistant to like mutations or something.
Like, it's not. I don't think it's in any Fallout game. Like, even in the Nuka World DLC, I don't think peanuts was a food.
It's
Why
because
not?
Todd Howard is allergic.
He's allergic to peanuts, yeah.
You know what? He could be. Who knows?
He wants nothing to do with those things. I'm glad the world ended in this world. There's no peanuts. Oh, man. What else? That was a good way to get away from all the bad drama. Peanuts is a good distraction.
Thank you, Joe.
Peanuts
for-
are so good. You guys are so welcome. I love peanuts.
So, Elder Scrolls Blades, did you see the recent update that it said March something was going to be the release date now?
No, I didn't see that.
For Elder Scrolls Blades, like March something 2019. I think it was like March 21st or something. People are all mad about that, but I still think that's a placeholder because they said early 2019, and if you think of the first quarter of 2019 of the fiscal year, March would probably be towards the end of the first quarter of the fiscal year. So I think that that's just a placeholder, just to play it safe. I don't think they plan on delaying it further than March, so I guess we can take solace in that. But I think it'll come out in mid to late January. At least that's what they're hoping for.
Yeah,
What do you
they're
guys
probably
think about it?
They're probably just going to wait and see how the landscape of gaming is going, how their gaming is going, how things are going.
Yeah.
If things have died down by then.
I mean, it's. I don't know. Like, it's like they're. It's almost like their second. I'm just gonna stutter. I'm sorry. Their second. They're guessing themselves. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they want to put this game out. You know, obviously, they said fall. You know that it's coming out, but I mean, it's not. You know, and it's like, and why is that, guys? Because of Fallout, because of all the hate it's getting, and they have to go back, and they have to do something. Who knows? It could be a perfect game. It could be great right now, playable and everything, but because of what they're going through at this moment, they can't put a game out right now. They just can't. It would, you know, it's their backs are up against the wall, and it sucks. It absolutely sucks. It's like, what do people want? If you're constantly hating on one particular company, you know, and like, what do you expect to happen? What's your end goal?
Yeah.
You know, do you want them to delay everything even if it's ready to go? What's your issue? I don't know.
I think there could be the possibility that because Bethesda Game Studios' engine is specifically built around what's known as the Atlas, which is the one single player that interacts with the engine. So the whole game engine is based around a single player. So when they tried to get this to work for a multiplayer online game, they probably ran into more issues than they originally thought they would. So that stressed them out, but they figured that, hey, let's just put the game out. We tried our best. We'll have to delay it before the end of the year, which financially would not be good for them. They wanted to definitely put it out this year. before Christmas, so they were hoping that they could fix as many as they could, release the game, hoping the community wouldn't freak out as much as they did. The community freaked out, stressed them out even more, and then the game engine crap happened, like out of nowhere, which they would have never guessed would have happened because Todd Howard specifically said the opposite of what people are saying. So how could they have predicted that would have happened, people? Anyway, before I get mad. So they have all this consistent, huge, like, stressful situations happening. So I think like a turtle, they're curling into their shell and just regrouping and taking a breather because they are just probably freaked out. Like, they're confident, you know, they're Bethesda, they're gonna do a good job. Eventually they messed up, but they won't consistently do this. But they are taking it back a bit because this, like we've always said and like we always say, the hate is just so amplified right now, it's crazy.
So everybody knows that we look at both sides. We all agreed about the hate, but I think we also all agree that Bethesda hadn't handled this right either, or hasn't handled a lot of things right.
Mm-hmm.
From the very beginning, their marketing hadn't been the greatest in the world. Do you think Bethesda makes some changes in the marketing department, in the PR department, before all this is over?
I think they're hiring a customer service department that's going to be in-house with Bethesda because for a while now, most of their customer service has been hired through external companies. And that's exactly what happened with this company. In fact, I forgot the name of this company, but they weren't even based in the United States. And that's why if you look at some of the emails people have gotten in response about the nylon bag, especially Maddie's, the spacing and some of the English is weird. So I think that they're definitely going to never do that again.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have specific full-time employees now in customer service, which they should anyway. Bethesda has the money for that. I don't know why they haven't done that already. Maybe they do, but they just didn't do it for Fallout. So I don't know. I'm not well versed enough in their current standing with that, but I do think they're definitely going to at least upgrade or get a customer service thing that's better than that.
Well, one thing we're seeing is growing pains. You got to remember, this company has more than tripled in 2 years. You think about where they were just a year ago. Look how big ZeniMax as a whole has gotten just over the last couple of years. I mean, this company has just blown up since Skyrim. Think about how big Bethesda Game Studios and ZeniMax as a whole has gotten since the Skyrim days. So you're seeing some growing pains in them learning how to do all these things and dealing with all these issues. And obviously they're not in the best of shape to deal with all these issues yet.
Mm-hmm. And they've had a lot of big changes. They've gotten crazy successful in a very short amount of time because right before Morrowind was released, they're in damn near bankruptcy. And it was like 15, 14 years or whatever later, they're like legendary all of a sudden, you know what I mean? That's a huge change.
Yeah, you go back that far and it was 100 people. That was it. And they handled everything in-house, 100 people. And now it is a worldwide corporation. So things work totally different when you're talking about a worldwide corporation between 100 people in one office.
What is even Bethesda Moscow still? No, there hasn't been any information about that, has there?
No.
I don't think so, no.
I need to look into that next, see what's going on over there. I did find something interesting. Rather, one of my viewers on Discord, I really think I need to know this person's name. And I'm going to look this up real quick. Because they actually pointed it out to me. I didn't dig this up on my own. They're looking through some of the stuff I found and found a person's name. Man, I got so much stuff going on my Discord. I need to scroll up a bit. This may take me a minute. If I can't find your name, please forgive me, but I will tweet it and put it in a future video because I am going to do a video specifically about this, and I will have your name specifically, but I think it's way back up on my Discord. But he found, or she found, this person's name and looked it up, and this person that is related to all of the patent and trademark upgrades for Bethesda Game Studios happens to have also worked on all of the game engines for the new Doom game and Wolfenstein 2, so it seems like they're setting some engine programming masters over to Bethesda Game Studios to help them with their future engine projects, which is very cool. And we can kind of get maybe a future insight as to how the engine may morph or change a bit looking at the games that he's worked on. He's worked on games as far back as like the 90s as well. I don't remember the whole list. Like I said, I'll cover this in a future video. I really wish I should have had this on hand. I apologize. It wasn't I didn't know I was going to bring this up in this podcast, but I just remembered. But yeah, so there's that information. So I don't know if that gets you guys excited at all, or maybe paints a picture as to what could happen. Because Bethesda's going to want to keep the identity and vibe of their game engine. And their worlds, they already said themselves, are going to feel the same, but just, be improved and upgraded. So I wonder what they have in mind in terms of what they're going to change for their game engine. Obviously, vehicles are important with Starfield. I would say the UI and the inventory management. What do you guys think?
It's kind of off the subject of what you're talking about, but kind of the same. I wonder if any more of what's going on now is going to change what they had planned in the future. I know they had a plan, especially with what they said at E3, with what they've been planning, even probably some surprises. But do you think this Blades decision is just the first domino to fall? Do you think this is going to change anything else they had planned?
I say it depends if it knocks over the other dominoes. If it does good enough, and if this drama kind of dies down, I don't think that it could lead to further delays specifically because of this reason. But I do think that Blades is definitely because of the drama. It's just time will tell, I think.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like what we've been saying, they can't do anything right. And like we've said earlier, this could possibly push back Starfield. Like it could be set for next year. But now with everything, they're second guessing, or they could be. And, they'll push it back a couple of months, a year. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's almost like, because look at it like this. Look at Fallout 4. They got a lot of crap for that too.
Yep.
With the with the perks, how they changed that system, how they changed that whole thing up, and it not being like it not being a true RPG, voice protagonist, like everybody, they picked on that game, and now, they're picking on another game. Your second game in a row that everybo's picking on. It's like, what do they do? Do they extend the amount of time that they spend on a game now? Like what do they have to do to be okay with the community, with their fans? Because they can't do anything right, no matter what. According to these people, they haven't done anything right in years, since Skyrim.
Yeah, but they sell all these games, yet they're so horrible.
Yeah, it's like, I don't understand why they're getting all this crap. It's just not making any sense. It doesn't add up. At the end of the day, this does not add up.
I think it's just a combination of there's legit reasons to be mad, combined with shaky, like easily misunderstood information by people that don't know how game engines work, and then you combine just the overall attitude of the internet, and I don't know, maybe seasonal depression or something, and you get whatever's happening right now. I just think it's a weird, like, percentage-based thing that it just happened to roll on the roulette table to land in asshole time, and everyone's there now, and hopefully we can get out of it soon. Oh, at least Blades is going to shake the foundation of the situation a bit and maybe start leading people towards a different kind of discussion. At least that's what we can hope for.
Yeah. But again, not to restate, this game never had a chance. It could have been 10 out of 10. They were hating it before it ever came out. Mm-hmm. They never gave it a chance. So that's the question. Why were they hating on it before it ever came out? You can say, well, it's because it was multiplayer. It was no. Nope.
You ever see that Family Guy episode? Or no, it's American Dad, where what's the kid's name in American Dad? The kid with the glasses. Steve, yes, Steve, thank you. Where Steve had like braces on, and he just went to school, and he was all nervous. And then everyone just pointed at him and said, "Different!" And they started to attack him.
Yeah.
That's like Fallout 76 right now. It's different. Different!
What if this, guys, okay? What if Bethesda said in their next Fallout game that it's not going to be so much a big world, but let's say, for example, a lot to do in one city. you could go into a building and spend hours in that one building doing quests, doing different things. How do you think the fans would respond? Pretty bad, right? Because, oh my god, it's not an open world game anymore. Well,
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, one of the most hyped games right now, people are loving that idea.
That's the
Yeah.
same
So-
thing, yeah.
It's like it's the same exact, like, what if Bethesda did it? You guys would be so angry. Oh, it's not the same as what we're used to. The Witcher was a flat world. Like, what are you talking? Like, you know what I mean? It's just because it's Bethesda, and because they do release buggy games. They do. Remember Skyrim? It released on the PS3. It was unplayable too. So it was like,
Ooh.
so I guess they get a lot for that, you know. But at the end of the day, is the content good? Yeah, the content's always good in all their games. So it's like, it's just everybody's just picking on them. And like, if Cyberpunk or Red Dead, you know, it's like, oh my god, you repair your weapons in Red Dead, that's great. You could do that in Fallout back in 2008. Big freaking deal.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Bethesda, for some reason, they're everybody's enemy.
Maybe some kind of like radiation is coming to Earth that's just harming people's thought processes. I just got a very interesting comment. This guy is talking to me specifically like I am Bethesda, because of course they are paying me. I work for them. I'm in their office right now. I just watched.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Todd Howard? He just walked down the office. Hey, can you get me a coffee? Is there any left?
We're all shields, didn't you know?
Okay, thanks. He's gonna get me a coffee. So anyway, while I'm here at my Bethesda desk, I saw this comment. He said, "LMAO, when your battle royale cash grab is a flop, you leak news you know will make your consumers happy." And that's on the video where I dug up Bethesda engine stuff, which means that I work for Bethesda and pretend to find engine information, and I leaked this because Fallout 76 wasn't doing good, in hopes that Bethesda would get some good press. That's what I did, guys, today. What'd you do? Jeez. What is
Wait,
wrong
what
with
did this?
they really
What did
think
this person say?
They
About a battle royale game?
they're calling Fallout 76 a battle royale because
Are
battle
they-
royale is a cash grab, so they, such as cash grab
What?
Fallout 76.
I don't
There's so
think
much-
they know how games work. I just don't think they know.
No, there is so much misinformation going on about
It's
Fallout
insane.
76.
This is crazy.
That's why I'm trying to just disconnect from it. It's
Yeah.
it's
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 unfortunately
okay if you
stressful.
don't like it, but there is so much misinformation going on about it. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and even though no matter how many times they say the bugs in it are pretty stupid, and that I really think it's dumb that 30 bobby pins weighs as much as a missile, people still
yeah,
think
I
I
can
love
see.
the game, even though I don't own it. That's cool. I love a game I don't own, everyone. I'm defending this game I've never played. That's fine.
I have something new to add to the drama.
Oh,
Do
good.
y'all know Danny O'Dwyer, the guy that does the
Oh, yeah. No clip documentaries.
on Twitter, I think it was today. Anyway, I read it today. He was getting lambasted for doing the documentary on Fallout 76, saying that they were promoting a terrible game, and it was because of him and his documentary that a bunch of people actually bought the game, and he should have been ashamed of promoting such a
Shit.
terrible game and all this stuff.
It's like it's a tornado now. If you get close to it, you're gonna get hit in the face with something. It doesn't. Who knows what it is? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Danny, everyone loves him until he talks about Fallout 76, and all of a sudden he's a ghoul now. Are people not aware of their own? I keep wanting to say stupidity, but then I know I'm gonna get hated. But it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm in a tornado.
And he actually still plays it and likes it, by the way.
Yeah, his target got bigger now.
Yeah, that didn't make the people happy.
Why can't people like the game? Why can't they see? I install over 200 mods for Fallout 4. The glitches I have sometimes are annoying, but I still greatly enjoy the game. In fact, I've started Fallout 4 again like a month ago with a ton of mods, and I am having the greatest time I've ever had with that game. It's just,
That's awesome.
And I have glitches. I had one yesterday where I played for an hour and I'm doing survival mode and I didn't save and I had the conversation glitch. to where I couldn't do anything at all. I talked to the guy in the conversation. I couldn't pull up a weapon, couldn't save, couldn't do anything. I lost a whole hour as a save, and I was mad for a little bit, but then I went back to the game and got over it because it's a good game. I can see past the glitches. Now, if stuff like that was more, I guess, common, I could understand a lot of the hate. It does exist. But in Fallout 76's defense, it does have a lot of issues. But when World of Warcraft came out, I played that game from beta and vanilla beyond. It didn't even have PvP, first of all, for like a year. Second of all, the glitches were so crazy in that game. I would disconnect in the starting zone because I turned in a quest, and then I would have to do the quest again. I remembered I have to do the same stupid quest and kill the same 12 dusk bats like 15 times. It took like an hour. And I still really liked the game, but I was annoyed. And you know what happened? They fixed it. Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
But people don't want to see the future. They want to just live in the now and the past and the bad parts of it, because that's what gives them their identity. Their identity is a hive mind, which is all of the angry mob people combined. It's like they're a bunch of ants that vote on which colony to wipe out on pheromones.
Do you guys think, and I know we asked this last week, but it continues to get worse and worse. Do you think there is any saving 76 now with the attitude people have?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. And I'll bring up ESO as a prime example. Bethesda Game
Yep.
Studios didn't even make ESO, and when it first came out, the hate was nuts, and it was deemed a failure for a little while. And look at it now; it's so huge. I dare say it can't rival World of Warcraft in numbers, but in gameplay, it certainly can.
But the hate never got to this level.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, what could save them right now or help them? Mods and private servers. That's what's gonna help them. And who knows?
People will just say someone else saved them.
Yeah. Or to be completely honest with you guys, there's rarely ever a time when I run into somebody playing this game. I rarely ever do. And it's like the other day, I'll be honest with you guys, I was a griefer. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. There was a dude at his camp. Me and my buddy were there. I was like, "Yo, Nico, I guarantee you will not hit this guy." He goes, "Yeah, I will." So I had my rifle out just in case if things got bad. Things got pretty bad. I took the guy out. We ran.
Nice.
It's fun. And we did not bother the guy again. So I mean, it's what's the problem? What's the problem? I hate multiplayer games, but I like this one. I don't.
It's just the combination of the things. That's all it is. Just a combination of the things. What else is going on? Oh, they're being investigated by it's by some government branch. What's the government branch? The FSA or whatever.
Oh my God.
For illegal business practices or something shady business practices.
Not returning the digital copies.
Mm-hmm. And and I'm sure they're wrapping up the canvas crap into the thing somehow. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see how that goes.
Do you have to return digital copies? Is that?
I don't think you have to return anything. I don't think legally you have to offer a return policy, but I think that if you can prove that the stuff that was sold to you wasn't what it was supposed to be, like before you bought it, like you advertised something that was false, then I think you can get in trouble. I think No Man's Sky got into some issues because of this, and they actually had to pay fines. I think they actually got a judgment against them of some kind. Because they were saying all sorts of stuff. There's going to be multiplayer, there's going to be this or that, and there's enough evidence to say, I remember the court case, that they did provide a false basis on what this product would be. So there might be something there, but I don't think there is. Fallout 76, everything that they said was going to be in the game is there.
Yeah.
I don't think the glitches are any worse, or if they are worse, they're not that much worse than a normal Bethesda game at launch. So
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think Fallout 76 will definitely bounce back. I don't know how long it'll take. Probably next year, probably January or February, it'll start to ramp up slowly, and then from there, once content gets added and the glitches are gone, people are gonna say there's gonna be a time when people are tweeting, Fallout 76 at launch was bad, but I'm really enjoying this, and then they'll have the picture of their little whatever they have a picture of. That's gonna happen within a year for sure.
And it'll probably be some of the haters that have those pictures.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope so, because I promise you, as tired of the drama as y'all are, we are as well.
It's just I hate it in the
But-
comments. I hate it.
But before the podcast, we were like, please, no, we don't want to talk about this. No.
Yeah, but you can't, even if you avoid it.
Yep.
It's just such a staple in the community right now. It's just,
Yep.
I hate it. Like, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're Bethesda Mafia." No, I'm also in pain because Bethesda's doing some stupid stuff. Like, and then the
Stupid stuff.
community as well. So I do all this work. I think in my mind, I really hope the situation gets out of this. I want just a really golden hyped community where everything's awesome, you know. And then
Absolutely.
the first comments
That's what
I
I
get,
want.
yeah, that's I think all anyone really wants, except for the drama people, I guess. But they act like the bad situations that are justifiable somehow justify the explosion that happened afterwards. Like, yes, they accidentally dropped a cigarette on gasoline, and that explosion's justifiable. But you're the one that brought a bunch of ammunition for no reason into the same room, knowing that this was going to happen. So what's really valid here? And people who are not purposely ignorant of the situation, because who the hell knows everything about game engines unless you do what we do, and even some YouTube creators don't even look into game engines that much. That combined with the fire that's just burning, like when someone is from a different part of town and they walk up to this gigantic burning fire that everyone's raging at and saying, "We hate the thing that's on fire," and you're like, "Yeah, screw that thing on fire." You don't know, you know what I mean? They tell you it's an evil thing. You're like, "Yeah, evil thing, I don't know, but evil thing." Like, it's just it's literally what's happening.
That's exactly it.
So hopefully people can wake up. Hopefully people can realize the hate is justifiable, but at this point, first of all, not all of it is, but at this point, none of it is.
That's right. Yeah, because I'm like you. I want us all to be excited and having fun. I mean, that's what games are about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that doesn't excuse Bethesda doing stupid stuff, but at the same time, do we need to dwell on it all the time? Does that need to be the only thing we focus on? Can't we be like, I hope that this gets good? Why isn't anyone doing videos about possible and wish lists for patches? I haven't seen a single one of those, I don't think. Instead, it's just hate. No hope anywhere except for a few people like us and then a few other content creators. I mentioned Zarek earlier. I feel like I'm just going to keep repeating myself with this. And I really get tired of that. I really do. And I hope the community gets tired of talking about it and seeing it in the comments as well. So with that being said, let's go to comments.
Hey, man,
Woo!
Luckily
maybe there'll be some positive ones.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
Hey.
Here's one from Silver Raptor. The same mob mentality happened with No Man's Sky, and look how much better that game became since. Yeah, they did run away with your money, stupid haters. They did. No Man's Sky was a crazy situation, and they did take too long, in my opinion, to fix the thing. Way too long. So yeah, the game's a lot better now, but they did take too long to make it better. I hope Fallout 76 doesn't take that long, and I don't think it will. I think it'll be, like I said, starting to blossom within not even a year. What do you guys think?
Oh, I agree. And of course, call me a shield if you want to. I don't think Fallout 76 is bad right now. I'm having a ball with it. It's the bugs definitely need to be fixed. They were better before the last patch, so I really hope the next update helps them. But as far as no content, these people that say it has no content, they haven't played enough of it, because you get about an hour into the game and it's got a lot of content. I mean, it goes, and I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that wants to play, but when you get into some of the faction stuff, it will remind you of Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and even better type stuff. It is amazing.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep getting built up from that. Like, the foundation's great, and the lack of content, there isn't really a lack of content, but for those of you who are seeing like a less populated world, it's gonna be a progressing game, and I'm pretty sure that they've said that somewhere in an interview. Right now, people are leaving the vaults, so give us some time to rebuild the world. You're one of those people.
Well, and again, we've said it, lore dictates that there's nobody going to be alive in the world yet, but this game is going to last, and we've already said the vaults are going to open and people are going to come out of the vault, so it's going to get more populated as we go.
For sure. Yeah, that's a great comment. Thank you, Silver Raptor, I believe that's how that's pronounced. MT Redux, or MT... There's 2 R's there. MTR Redux. There we go. MTR Redux. Awesome person. Been watching my videos for a while. They say, in all honesty, Bethesda should not have been able to get Fallout 76 to be a multiplayer game. The Atlas system of their core engine is centered around a single player. I have heard modders say it is impossible to get Bethesda's engine to support multiplayer. And that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. And that accounts for probably a lot of the glitches, and maybe they are overconfident in thinking that they can merge the id Tech engine with the creation engine to get it to be multiplayer friendly. And people who, first of all, the creation or this engine being used in future games is wrong for all the reasons we've stated 100 times, but even more so the fact that this engine was so hard to make for only the purpose of multiplayer is even more evident that they're probably never going to use this engine for anything else again. It's built specifically for what seems to be Fallout 76, an online Fallout game. Why would they take a buggy engine that was made for an online game and use it for Starfield when Starfield has been said to be a single player game?
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Thanks for the comment, MTR Redux. Let's see. Let's find another one. Some of these are pretty big. Unfortunately, I can't read the multiple paragraph ones. Here's one from the Gaming Geezer. Okay. All digital is okay, although I agree with the King Fan Man. You're the King Fan Man now.
I like that. And they agree. I like that.
Yeah, they agree too.
Somebody agreed.
They say they really prefer to have a shiny little CD DVD in their hand. They did end up buying Fallout 76 online digitally from the Xbox store because they had already listened, and because they already listened to the King Fan Man. I already expected to spend all day downloading the game. What I didn't expect and did upset me was that I had to download almost the complete game over again on day 5. That I wonder if that was a major patch or if that was just an issue. But the thing with that is, unfortunately now, if you are capable of looking at a lot of the games you buy, even physically, and even digitally, the initial purchase you make and download is just frameworks for the game, and even on the disc itself, a lot of the time it's just like a 15 megabyte code to verify that you own a game, and you generally download the entire game when it's released. People try to say that this is crap, that you're buying nothing, but really, there's nothing wrong with that because it allows them to work on the game until pretty much the time it's gone. Except there is the issue of needing online connection, so there's that, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about all digital. I'm like you, the King Fan Man. I like having something physical on my shelf just for decorative purposes, but I do like the convenience and the permanency of the digital version as well. That's where stuff's going anyway.
You know, he mentioned the size of the updates. I am glad what Bethesda said last time, that their updates are going to get smaller. They're going to make sure and start giving us more updates, but smaller updates. So that is music to the ears of us people that have terrible internet like we do in Arkansas.
My internet's not that much. Joe, what did you say? Did you prefer physical or the digital copies of stuff?
Physical copies.
That's what I thought.
I prefer, for physical.
Well, we'll see. All digital's happening soon, I would say. Probably towards the end of this next generation. We'll see how the transition goes. They really tried to push it on us with the Xbox One and the PS4, but it just didn't click. I think it's happening, though.
Do you know what stinks about that, though? About, like, it being the digital, like, just all that? Is, like, when I was a kid, I was, like, 9, 10 years old. My mom would take me to Toys R Us. And I would buy a game, let's say, or she would buy me a game for my birthday or something. And I'd be sitting in the car looking at this game, front and back, studying it, opening it up, reading the instruction manual. We don't even have those anymore.
Yeah.
It's like now we're talking about going completely away from having a physical copy. That's sad because, like, then my kids won't be able to experience what I experienced. And that stinks a little bit. It makes me a little sad inside.
They're already getting rid of the strategy guides. Like, those are going away.
You can buy them one of them little cards at Walmart.
Yeah. One of those digital code cards that
Yeah,
have a
the little
code for
digital-
digital. You could the
Not
only physical
the
thing
same.
you
I
could
agree,
buy
it's not the same.
the only physical thing you could buy is something that's used digitally. So, oh man, it's like a catch-20. Where did the comment go? The comments disappeared. Oh well. The last one. Where did it go? Oh, I'm having a issue with YouTube. It seems YouTube.
Well,
doesn't want to
while
load my
you're
comments.
looking, let me say about the strategy guide. I got the survivor guide for the Fallout 76. It's like twice as big as Fallout 4, and it is awesome.
Gotta get that.
There are pumpkin bombs. I had no idea. There's all kinds
my
of stuff.
God, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's all.
Oh,
You can
wow.
make a meat bomb, and set it out, and feral ghouls are attracted to it, and they'll all come. And once there's enough of them there, it'll blow up. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Here's
all-
no,
Go ahead.
that's no. I'm sorry. That is. I've seen actually that big book. I've seen it in some stupid videos where they threw the book away, which is just so
What?
like. Yeah, there's videos where people just try to
That's
throw.
extreme.
I know that's kind of immature. Like so, it's like when the Nike thing happened. When was it Kevin Kaepernick or something? See
Colin
Nike.
Kaepernick, yeah.
They like people were destroying their Nike stuff, like
They
video
signed him,
themselves.
yeah.
I'm like, you're gonna destroy things you spent money on. That doesn't hurt Nike. You already gave them the money. They don't care. You're ruining your own things.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's true.
Here's a comment by Zoe Moonlight. She's pretty awesome. Has been watching the videos for a while. This is on my video today actually because for some reason the podcast comments aren't loading up. So we're gonna go with this one. She says, honestly, if I was in Bethesda's shoes, I would just do what I wanted. The intentions they had were clear, yet were ignored. The fans at this point are nothing more than witch hunters, which is pretty accurate. Actually,
Wow, that is very accurate.
that's
Go,
pretty
Zoe.
accurate. Yeah, I mean, they gotta. I get what they're doing now by delaying the game, but Bethesda's Bethesda. You know, all this hate's going on now, and that's why I think that it's gonna die down eventually. It seems there's always a studio that is the bane of existence at all times. It's been EA permanently. It was BioWare for a little while. Then it was Telltale Games, I think. Now it's Bethesda. What's next? You know, it's gonna be someone else. Probably go back to BioWare. Who knows? But yeah, it's just Bethesda. It's just a natural cycle. It's just gonna cycle away to something else, and like we were saying, Fallout 76 will be doing better within a year, and then Starfield's coming. Elder Scrolls 6 is coming, which people will hopefully not hate immediately and then love a year later. I'm so tired of that.
Me too, brother.
Oh, so with that in mind, any final thoughts or anything that you guys have had in mind or anything that you guys have been wanting to say? We got a couple minutes left.
I've been enjoying your videos lately, both of you guys, by the way. Joe, you've been doing awesome with your cyberpunk stuff. We didn't
Yes.
say anything
Thank
about
you.
cyberpunk,
Thank
but I've been enjoying your... and also, we didn't mention anything about Obsidian. Obsidian's got a new game coming out. That looks
Yeah.
intriguing.
It does. It does. I kind of got weird Fallout vibes from it. Isn't that weird?
Outer Worlds,
what-
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, doesn't it have two of the guys that were on the original Fallout?
Does it?
Fallout New Vegas?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
either.
Yeah,
I gotta do
it
some
does.
digging.
I wonder if they own the rights to anything from Fallout
Yeah.
New Vegas.
Y'all can just trust me. Y'all don't have to go, research it. Or anything. I am the King Fan Man.
Yes,
you know?
the King fan. No, that's true. That's a good point. I am totally hyped for Obsidian and seeing what they have. They gave us the Fallout universe after all.
Yes.
Not all of the original developers are there though, of course, so we'll see. But either way, I'm super hyped for that. It's owned by Microsoft. Does that mean that Microsoft may finally get a good exclusive?
Well, that would
I
be
don't-
awesome.
Except for
think
Gears,
so,
of course.
Yeah, I think this game by Obsidian, they probably have to honor like prior obligations to Sony, because like this game's probably been in existence for a while and they're just working on it, So I don't think this is gonna be an exclusive right now. I think it'll be on the PlayStation 4 as well.
I think so. What about you, the King fan man? I'm gonna keep calling you that forever now.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. It'll probably be on both, but I bet you it will be a very good RPG. No doubt about that.
That's
because
awesome.
that's what they're known for. They do, they do the well, they call it the top-down RPGs. Do you think it's going to be that, or you think it'll be a 3D
No,
RPG?
3D.
I think it'll be 3D. I think that those are for indie developers now. I mean, I like those kind of games, but I think Microsoft would ask them to do a 3D one, especially with next gen coming. Ooh, speaking of that, it's a next gen game. It's gotta be. It has to be a next gen game.
I don't
Skullzi,
think
who knows? Who
I don't
knows?
think so.
You don't think so?
I think this one's going to be coming quick.
Do you think it's cross gen? I don't know. We'll see. It could be coming quick.
We shall see.
We shall see. And maybe by the next podcast, we will have more information about that. But we're going to go
should,
ahead
yes.
and.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be talking about that. Definitely, for sure. But this has been an awesome and fun podcast. Despite all the drama, as always, I love talking with you guys. And I always
Yes.
look forward to the next
Same
week.
here.
And
Thank you for having us on as always.
Yeah,
Definitely.
thanks. Appreciate it.
And as always, thank you to all of you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when hopefully the drama is dead.
Bye, have a great time.